Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. With that, let's get up to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Standing by for the call from venerable Lambeau Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
I think Aaron Rodgers is one of the poster boys for persistence and belief in self. Because coming out of high school, he had 0 scholarship offers in the D1 level. Went to a junior college, went to Cal, and just blew up there. And then, of course, as a first-round draft pick, but a lot lower than what he expected in the first round, and then had to sit behind Brett Favre for a few years in Green Bay before getting his shot. Now he's probably one of the better quarterbacks that we've seen come down the pipe.
319!
Rodgers now on first down. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
319!
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
On second down, it's Jones. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. And the big meat on the D-line. We'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
And while he was at Eastern Illinois, he broke Tony Romo's school records for career passing yards and touchdowns before initially joining the league as the backup to Tom Brady as a second-round pick.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Garoppolo on 1st down. And incomplete to open things up.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize it in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they've got it here with a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Garoppolo. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Garoppolo again. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So on 4th down, out comes Bradley Pinion to punt this one away. Trevor Davis deep for Green Bay. Packers get set to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Rodgers now on first down. A dump underneath to Jones. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. So we've hit halftime, and what was out? You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. Here's James. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Going deep here for Taylor. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. His throw caught right around the 6. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And it's caught. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle from 6 yards away. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like he said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout, and now we're set to get going. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll look to throw. Open man is Allison, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Rodgers to Allison, good for a Green Bay first down. He's back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Back to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more on that one and another first down. To throw is Rodgers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Sheldon Day in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Rodgers going to throw. Flush to his right. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A 10-play drive that time. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And on the ground they go with a running back. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And Garrett Selleck here on the completion. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So they come out throwing in the extra session and get a nice hookup right away.
Tells you a lot about what a coach feels about his team, doesn't it? That type of a play in overtime, so many people in this situation play not to lose instead of playing to win. That throw there tells you exactly what they're trying to get done.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now they try the right side here. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. 23 yards on the play.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it. They don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. Now a handoff looking right. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll go on the ground. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
319!
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Now we're going to get a timeout with 5 seconds left here in overtime. Second and 9 now from the 21. What can Rodgers do now with his drive? And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Rodgers. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. And as San Francisco gets set to go here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And they'll run it here. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. This to win it in overtime. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime then it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation.